And the moment you all been waiting for, we're now doing an uphill GT versus the XR challenge. Sorry for the sporadic upload times. It's been kind of crazy since I moved to Austin and I've got a lot going on, but we're gonna try to get back to one upload a week, and I'm gonna try to shoot for Thursdays, but it might differ a day or two. I wasn't sure the best format for this one because I either wanted to do like a longer uphill in grass or I wanted to find the right uphill trail. And so I decided to do a mix of both. And little did I know that this trail was gonna be hard to film with the 360 because if you're not fully focused and using your hands for balance on these little uphill segments, it's easy to nosedive into it. So what I did is I started right before the first turn into an uphill, and then I ran it out about 2 minutes into another little uphill sequence and finished it out. And then I do the grass challenge and I do a few other little uphill segments as well. And I'm running this on a stock rail XR with a cloud tire and the GT with stock everything. Let's get to it. All right, so I got some feedback for you. Not only did I learn a lot from this little uphill challenge, I've also got about 200 miles now of mostly trails on the GT, and I got some opinions. The first thing is, overall on longer, segments that have uphill parts to it, the XR actually is about the same, if not, a little bit faster because it makes up the time after the uphills, maneuvering around the rest of the course. Whereas the GT, it'll make up some time on the uphills. Usually it's only about 1.5 seconds to maybe 2 seconds that you get because it will finish out that uphill a little tiny bit quicker. Oh, and one quick thing to note, I did run a separate Strava segment that I didn't film, one on the XR at full effort and one on the GT at full effort, and the XR won by 1 second. So it kind of shows that even though the GT can climb a little bit better, overall it ends up evening out and the XR actually won. And what you do find here is then when there's less of a run up, the GT does shine and can really pull you up with a decent amount of torque, whereas the XR will eventually kind of nosedive on you if you don't have momentum into it. But oftentimes when we're hitting uphills, we have that momentum already. But in the end, the uphills, the GT wins, but not by that much, not by a noticeable amount, unless you don't have momentum or unless it's a longer uphill segment that lasts a while to where you can pull away from the XR. But otherwise, the XR is faster, on most things when it comes to like downhills, slalom type stuff overall, because you just have more maneuverability. But for me personally, I have a lot of fun on the GT. I had a lot of fun making these videos, but I still would rather at this moment use the XR for trail riding, and then the GT just as a fun cruiser around the block. Maybe it's really good for tricks. I've actually enjoyed doing tricks on it. I just didn't expect that. I thought it was gonna blow the XR, out of the water when it comes to trail riding, but it ended up not really being the case. It's promising when it comes to the community helping figure things out, as well as Future Motion figuring things out on their end. And I think, things are just gonna keep moving forward, but for right now, I prefer the XR, but still have a ton of fun on this GT. Thanks for sticking around. Sorry my uploads have been kind of sporadic. It'll probably stay like that for the next month or so as I get settled in Austin, but I'm trying to do one video a week. So stick around for that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around.